Have you ever wondered what it really takes to live a long, vibrant life? Maybe you've seen those incredible stories on the news, people celebrating their 100th birthday, still smiling, still full of life. And you think, what's their secret? Is it genetics, luck? Or is there something they're doing that keeps them going strong? Well, here's the good news. While genes do play a small role, science has shown that daily habits have a much bigger impact on how long and how well you live. And the best part? Many of these habits are simple, easy to start, and can make a huge difference in how you feel every single day. So if you're in your 60s, 70s or beyond and you want to feel stronger, more energetic, and maybe even add a few more candles to your birthday cake, stick with me. Because today, we're diving into the 10 daily habits of people who live to 100, backed by science. Now let's start with something you can do right now, and that's how you begin your day. Morning routines matter more than you think. Studies have found that centenarians, people who live to 100, often start their mornings in a way that sets the tone for the rest of the day. And it's not about jumping out of bed and running a marathon. It's something much simpler, moving your body first thing in the morning. It could be stretching, a short walk, or even some gentle yoga. Why? Because movement wakes up your muscles, gets your blood flowing, and keeps your joints flexible. One study found that seniors who move for at least 10 minutes in the morning tend to have better balance, more energy, and even sharper memory. And if you're thinking, but my joints hurt, or I don't have the energy in the morning, don't worry. You don't have to do anything intense. Try this. Before you even get out of bed, do a few ankle circles, knee bends, or light arm stretches. Then, when you stand up, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and walk around your home for a couple of minutes. That's it. You'll be surprised how much better you feel throughout the day just by starting with gentle movement. Now, speaking of mornings, let's talk about what's in your cup. Because what you drink when you wake up plays a big role in how you feel too. Many people reach for coffee first thing, and while coffee isn't necessarily bad, research shows that centenarians often start their day with water. After sleeping for 7 to 8 hours, your body is naturally dehydrated, and dehydration can make you feel tired, foggy, and even achy. In places like Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's blue zones, where people regularly live past 100, it's common to start the day with warm water or herbal tea. This helps digestion, flushes out toxins, and keeps the body hydrated. Some even add a little lemon for extra benefits like improved digestion and vitamin C for immune support. If you love your coffee, that's okay. Just drink a glass of water first. It's a small habit, but trust me, your body will thank you. Now, once your morning is off to a great start, let's talk about something just as important: staying connected. Scientists have found that one of the biggest predictors of living a long and happy life isn't just diet or exercise, it's social connections. Think about it. When was the last time you had a really good laugh with a friend or shared a story with someone who truly listened? These moments aren't just good for the soul, they're essential for your health. Studies show that people with strong social ties live longer, experience less stress, and even have lower risks of heart disease and dementia. In fact, one study from Harvard found that good relationships are more important for longevity than genetics or even exercise. And don't worry, it doesn't mean you need to have a huge group of friends. Even 1 or 2 close connections can make a world of difference. It could be a family member, a friend, or even a neighbor you check in with regularly. If you feel like your social circle has gotten smaller over the years, here's a simple habit to build. Every day, make one small connection. Call a friend, send a quick text, even chatting with a cashier or a neighbor counts. These little moments add up and they keep your mind and heart engaged. So, we've covered a few simple but powerful habits so far: morning movement, hydration, and staying socially connected. But there's still so much more to explore when it comes to living a longer, healthier life. Let's talk about what's on your plate. If you've ever wondered why some people stay strong and active well into their 90s and beyond, a big part of the answer lies in their diet. And no, it's not about following strict meal plans or cutting out all your favorite foods. It's about choosing the right balance of foods that fuel your body for the long run. Take a look at the world's longest living populations, like those in Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy. Their diets are rich in whole, natural foods, lots of colorful vegetables, beans, nuts, and whole grains. They also eat fish, but very little processed food or red meat. And here's something interesting. They don't stuff themselves. Instead, they follow a simple rule, eating until they're about 80% full. Science backs this up. Studies show that eating moderate portions of nutrient-rich foods helps reduce inflammation, control weight, and prevent diseases like heart problems and diabetes, all of which play a huge role in how long and how well you live. So, how can you apply this in your daily life? Start by adding more whole foods to your meals. Think about swapping white bread for whole grains, replacing processed snacks with nuts or fruit, or adding more leafy greens to your plate. And if portion sizes are a challenge, try using a smaller plate. It's a simple trick that naturally helps you eat less without feeling deprived. Now, food is fuel, but let's not forget another key ingredient for a long, vibrant life: movement. You don't have to run marathons or spend hours at the gym to stay strong. In fact, some of the longest living people rarely do formal exercise. Instead, they move naturally throughout the day. They walk, garden, do household chores, or take the stairs instead of the elevator. This kind of low-intensity, everyday movement helps maintain strength, flexibility, and balance, all of which are crucial as you age. Researchers have found that people who move consistently throughout the day live longer and stay more independent as they get older. And here's something to think about. Sitting too much is one of the biggest health risks as we age. Studies show that long periods of sitting slow down circulation, weaken muscles, and even increase the risk of dementia. So, how can you break up long sitting times? Try this. Every hour, stand up and stretch, walk around the house, do some light movements, maybe even a few leg lifts while watching TV. If you go out, park farther away from the entrance or take the stairs instead of the elevator. These small movements might not seem like much, but over time, they make a huge difference. Now, speaking of keeping your body active, let's talk about something just as important: keeping your mind strong. One of the biggest fears people have as they age is memory loss. And while genetics play a role, research has shown that mental stimulation is a powerful way to keep your brain sharp and even lower the risk of dementia. Think about it. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. But if you challenge it regularly, it stays strong. In blue zones, places where people commonly live past 100, seniors make lifelong learning a habit. They read, play music, solve puzzles, or learn new skills. In fact, one study found that people who read regularly have a 30% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who don't. So if you want to keep your mind sharp, make it a habit to challenge your brain daily. Read a book, do a crossword puzzle, learn a new hobby, or even try using your non-dominant hand for simple tasks like brushing your teeth. Little challenges like these keep your brain engaged and working efficiently. And here's an extra tip: stay curious. Whether it's learning a new language, trying out a new recipe, or exploring a topic you've never thought about before, curiosity keeps your mind young. Now let's take a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked but is just as important as diet, movement, and brain health: rest. We live in a world that often praises being busy, but if there's one thing centenarians understand well, It's the importance of quality rest. In places where people live the longest, they naturally follow a rhythm that allows their bodies to rest and recover. And a big part of that is getting enough sleep. Science tells us that sleep is essential for cell repair, brain function, and even longevity. Yet so many people struggle with it. Either they don't sleep enough, or their sleep quality is poor. So, what can you do? Try this. Keep a consistent bedtime, avoid screens before bed, and create a relaxing nighttime routine. Things like reading, listening to calming music, or even dimming the lights before bed help signal to your body that it's time to wind down. And by now you're starting to see just how powerful small daily habits can be when it comes to living a longer, healthier life. We've talked about fueling your body, staying active, keeping your mind sharp, and getting proper rest. But there's still more to the story, because living to 100 isn't just about what you do. It's also about how you feel. Let's talk about something that scientists are now realizing is just as important as diet and exercise: your mindset. Think about this. Have you ever met someone who always seems positive, no matter what life throws at them? Chances are they don't let stress weigh them down for too long. And it turns out this isn't just good for their mood, it's good for their lifespan too. Studies have found that people who live the longest tend to have an optimistic outlook on life. In fact, research from Harvard found that people with a positive mindset live, on average, 11–15% longer than those with a negative outlook. That's years of extra life just from shifting the way you see the world. Now I know it's not always easy to stay positive. Life throws challenges our way. But centenarians have a secret. They don't dwell on the past. Instead of focusing on what they can't control, they focus on what they can do today. One simple way to practice this is by expressing gratitude. Every morning before you start your day, take a moment to think of one thing you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as the sunshine outside, a phone call with a loved one, or even just the fact that you woke up to see another day. Science backs this up. People who practice gratitude tend to have lower levels of stress, better sleep, and even a stronger immune system. Now, speaking of emotions, let's touch on something that can be just as harmful as a bad diet or lack of exercise: chronic stress. Stress isn't just something you feel in your mind, it affects your entire body. Long-term stress increases inflammation, weakens your immune system, and can even shorten your lifespan. But here's the thing, centenarians have learned how to manage stress in healthy ways. Instead of holding on to worry, they find ways to release it. Some do this through deep breathing or meditation. Others find relief in gardening, walking, or even spending time with pets. The key isn't to avoid stress completely, that's impossible. The key is to not let it stay in your body for too long. One simple habit to try: take a deep breath. Right now, breathe in slowly through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then exhale deeply. Do this a few times whenever you feel tension building up. It's a quick and easy way to reset your body and mind. Now let's talk about having a purpose. If there's one thing that stands out in the lives of people who live to 100, it's this: they never stop having a reason to wake up in the morning. In Okinawa, they call this ikigai, which means reason for being. In Costa Rica, they call it plan de vida, a life plan. No matter what you call it, it's the idea that having a sense of purpose keeps you engaged, motivated, and mentally sharp as you age. And purpose doesn't have to mean working a full-time job or doing something grand. It can be as simple as having a hobby you love, helping others, or even caring for a pet. It's about feeling like you're contributing to something, whether it's your family, your community, or even just your own personal growth. So ask yourself, what brings you joy? What makes you feel excited to get out of bed? Maybe it's painting, volunteering, writing, or learning something new. Whatever it is, make sure it's part of your daily life. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about one final secret to longevity: having fun. Think about some of the happiest older adults you know. What do they all have in common? They don't take life too seriously. They laugh, they dance, they stay playful, and they don't let age define what they can or can't do. Studies show that laughter actually boosts your immune system, lowers stress, and even helps keep your heart healthy. So, if you want to live longer, make sure to find moments of joy every single day. Watch a funny movie, tell jokes, or spend time with people who make you laugh. At the end of the day, longevity isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing life at every stage. It's about taking care of your body, nurturing your mind, surrounding yourself with love, and finding joy in the simple moments. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Start where you are, make one small shift today, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to a longer, healthier, and happier life. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. What's one habit you already practice, and what's one you want to start? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and vibrant at any age. Here's to living your best life at any age.